Today I'll be doing a circular walk from Ravenscar on the Yorkshire coast to Robin Hood's Bay. I'm starting the walk at the National Trust Information Centre at Ravenscar, and here is a map of my planned route. I'll be starting here at Ravenscar. I'm going to follow the actual track bed of an old railway line, which now is a cycle route, all the way down to Robin Hood's Bay. The return section will be along the Cleveland Way and back to Ravenscar. To my right is the Cleveland Way public footpath, and that's going to be my return route back. But now we're following the cycle track. Well, to the left of the Cinder Track is the Brickyards alum quarry. Well, the rain has arrived now, and the view over towards Robin Hood's Bay is not quite as good as it was earlier. Well, I've just clocked 3 miles and I'm just crossing a minor road, and the road leads down to Bogle Hall. Well, I'm almost at the end of this section of the Cinder Track, and I'll soon be heading down in towards Robin Hood's Bay itself. Well, that looks to be the old station house. Well, just on the car park of the old railway station there's an information board about the Cinder Track. So from here it's just a case of walking down into Robin Hood's Bay itself. Well, there's the Wainwright's Bar at the Bay Hotel. I've had a pint in there after I completed the coast to coast, and that was a good few years ago now. Well, I'm now going to leave Robin Hood's Bay and head back along the Cleveland coast to Ravenscar. Well, that was a short but steep climb from Robin Hood's Bay up onto the Cleveland Way coastal path. Well, I get a good view back to Robin Hood's Bay now, but onwards to Ravenscar. Well, here we are at Bogle Hall, and this is the youth hostel, and the finger post says we're 2 3/4 miles back to Ravenscar. Well, that was another short but steep climb up from the bay. Right, just 2 miles now, back to Ravenscar. Well, it looks like we have an old World War II pillbox here. And the sun is now shining on Robin Hood's Bay. Well, I've done about 7.5 miles and we're getting closer to Ravenscar, and I would think we've got about a mile to go. You get a good view of the headland just below Ravenscar here. Well, just before I get back to the car at Ravenscar, I'm just going to have a quick look around the peak Holland works here. Well, this is the engine house, which was used for winding loads to and from the beach below. Well, below me is what remains of the alum house itself, and it must have been quite an extensive workings here. You can see the quarries ahead. Well, there's a good plan here. This was the winding house we looked at first, used to wind things up from ships, and that's the extensive series of buildings here for processing the alum. Well, leaving the remains of the alum house behind, I've just clocked up 8 miles and I should only have another, say, half a mile to go back to the car. It certainly was an easy walk towards Robin Hood's Bay along the Cinder Track. That was very easy walking, but coming back on the coastal path, it's been incredibly muddy, not quite as easy. Just what I want. This must have come down during the storm. See if I'm going to find a way around it. Well, these are the stats for today's walk, just under 9 miles. Now, it reckons I've done about 1,000 foot of ascent. Now, I don't know how accurate that will be because of the change in air pressure, but it does give an indication of how undulating the actual coastal path is coming back from Robin Hood's Bay.